Hey, warriors and allies. Welcome to Empowerment in Illness. I am Glenn, your host. Today, I had a warrior scheduled for an interview, but she isn't feeling well. As a warrior, my first instinct was to provide care. I knew what she was going through, and we don't wish this pain on our worst enemy. When someone in our community is down, we feel it too, because even when the flare isn't ours, the memories of it lived inside us. We know the sounds, the weight, and the fear that comes when your body says, "Not today." That moment reminded me of how often we step in for each other. When one warrior falls, another reaches out a hand. Sometimes it's a phone call, a meal drop-off, or a quiet message that says, "I understand." It's not grand or polished. It's real. It's love in action. So today's episode would be a little different because we are the caregivers and the cared for all at once. There's something sacred about this moment in our community right now. Many of us are tired, in pain, and deep in the middle of flare-ups that test everything we've built inside ourselves. Some of us are barely sleeping. Some of us are trying to hold down jobs or care for kids while our bodies whisper, "Please rest." But through it all, we keep showing up for each other. That's what makes this community special. We know what it means to live in pain, but we also know what it means to care with heart. We know warriors who give care from within the storm. The warriors who send messages of love when their own hands shake from pain. The ones who deliver groceries even when they need help themselves. The ones who stay on the phone to listen, not because they're okay, but because they know what it's like to not be okay. These people are the quiet heroes of the chronic illness world, and their stories deserve to be heard. Caregiving when you are chronically ill is one of the hardest, most misunderstood roles to exist. It's not something you see in a movie or read about in textbooks. It's real, raw, and filled with moments of exhaustion and grace. The problem is that so many of us think we have to choose. Either we're the caregiver or we're the patient. But in our world, those lines blur. Most of us are both, and that's what makes this conversation so important. By the end of this episode, you'll not only understand how to give support without losing yourself, but also how to receive it without guilt. We'll talk about practical advocacy tools, emotional boundaries, and what it looks like when warriors care for warriors. We'll celebrate those who lift others through the darkness while fighting their own battles in the light. Let's start with the story that feels familiar to so many in our community. There's a woman living with rheumatoid arthritis who is barely able to care for herself most days. Her joints swell, her fatigue is heavy, and pain is her daily companion. Yet, she still finds the strength to care for a friend who has a more debilitating condition. They take turns helping each other when they can. Some days, someone may drop off groceries or cook a meal. Other days, they send messages just to say you're not alone. Their friendship is built on understanding. They don't have to explain their limits or apologize for cancellation. They already know what the other is feeling before words are spoken. There are so many like them, women and men who live with illness and still hold their families, friends, and communities together. They get up in pain, manage medication, go to appointments, and still find a way to care for others. These are the warriors who often go unnoticed. Their bodies ache, yet they show up with kindness that never fades. Caregiving within the chronic illness community looks different. It's not about being healthy enough to serve others. It's about sharing what you have, even when it's limited. It's about a phone call, a pot of soup, or a few words that remind someone they are seen. These small acts keep people going. They prove that support doesn't require perfection. It only requires heart. And that's the truth many people outside this community don't understand. Warriors take care of warriors. They hold each other up, not because they are strong, but because they know what it feels like to fall. That kind of compassion comes from lived experience, and it is what keeps the community alive. Caregiving can both heal and hurt. It can give you purpose, but it can also drain your last drop of energy if you're not careful. Some days you'll feel proud of how much love you've given. Other days you'll feel resentful, wondering if anyone sees how hard it is to be the helper when you're also the one in need. Those emotions don't make you weak, they make you human. Warriors often carry emotional weight that's heavier than any physical symptom. It's okay to say, I love you, but I'm tired. It's okay to ask for space. When warriors care for warriors, something extraordinary happens. It creates a bond stronger than any medical diagnosis. It's a reminder that our pain does not make us powerless. It makes us compassionate. And in that compassion lies the heartbeat of this movement. We may be hurting, but we are not broken. We are healers, born from our own wounds. And that is one of the most beautiful truths about this community. Here's where advocacy meets real life. Many warriors struggle with guilt when they need to set boundaries, especially when someone they love is suffering. But advocacy is not only about fighting for laws or rights, it's also about protecting your own capacity to care. You have the right to protect your peace, even when you are helping others. Saying no is an act of self-advocacy, not selfishness. If you've ever said, I don't want to let them down, while your own body was breaking down, you're not alone. It takes courage to tell a friend, I can't do that today. But that honesty prevents resentment and burnout. You deserve the same compassion you give everyone else. It's time to remove the idea that boundaries mean rejection. In reality, boundaries make our love sustainable. Let's talk about practical action steps. When you support others, define what kind of help you can realistically offer. You might say, I can check in by text, but can't meet in person. Or, I can listen for a few minutes, but then I need to rest. Be specific and consistent. Create a routine that honors your health while still staying present. Sometimes mutual care is about taking turns. One week, you're the listener, and the next, you're the one who needs an ear. We also need systems that make caregiving easier within our community. Imagine small circles of warriors who rotate check-ins, share tips, and make sure no one is alone during flare season. That's advocacy in action. We don't wait for the system to fix it. We build our own. The chronic illness community has always been a model of innovation because we've had to be. Advocacy doesn't always mean fighting the government. It can mean organizing support that keeps one another alive and seen. Boundaries are not barriers. They're bridge to balance. When we honor our limits, we teach others to honor theirs. That's how the movement grows stronger without losing the people who started it. Let's move from boundaries to building. Empowerment means knowing where to find support before you reach the breaking point. You shouldn't have to fall apart to get help. If you are a chronically ill caregiver, make it part of your plan to know your options. There are online and local resources designed for people exactly like you. Start by exploring peer support programs or community-led initiatives, organizations that offer guidance, templates, and forums. For chronic illness warriors, small peer-run groups like virtual rest circles or accountability check-ins can make all the difference. These spaces remind you that you don't have to explain your pain. People already understand. Technology can be a tool, not a trap. Use it to organize, not to overwhelm. You can set up small message threads where each person checks in once a week with 2 questions. How's your body? And what kind of support do you need? It's simple but powerful. Imagine if every warrior had 3 other warriors checking on them regularly. That's how community care becomes a reality. If you're an advocate or leader, create easy systems of shared care. Maybe your group has care captains, people who send updates or coordinate meal deliveries. Or you can create wellness spreadsheets that track who's struggling so the group can respond faster. Don't wait until someone disappears online to reach out. Empowerment is proactive, not reactive. It's about creating safety nets before the fall. And to anyone listening who feels guilty for needing help, don't. Strength is not measured by independence. It's measured by your willingness to stay connected even when life hurts. When you accept help, you give someone else permission to do the same. That's how we empower through knowledge, by normalizing care as part of the human experience, not a sign of weakness. Caregivers who are also chronically ill live in the gray space of compassion and invisibility. They show up in hospitals, online chats, and late-night phone calls. They manage medications while managing their own. They comfort others through pain they know all too well. Yet they are often overlooked in both public conversations and healthcare systems. It's time to change that. Inclusion means recognizing caregivers as part of the patient journey. Their emotional labor deserves acknowledgement, not assumption. If you're caring for someone else while living with illness, I want you to know this. You are not invisible. You are doing sacred work even if no one claps for it. Your quiet presence has likely saved lives you'll never realize. For those who receive care, this is your moment to show gratitude. Send that text. Say thank you. Share a memory of what their support meant to you. It doesn't have to be grand. It just has to be real. Sometimes the smallest message becomes the biggest medicine. Inclusion is not just about diversity of diagnosis. It's about recognizing the variety of roles within our community. We are patients, caregivers, educators, and advocates, all at once. The more we see each other fully, the less isolated we all become. Let's create a space where both the cared for and the caregiver feels equally held, equally valued, and equally understood. That's the heart of inclusion through understanding. Hey warriors, let's take a quick pause. Black Friday is coming, and this year I want you to give gifts that speak from the heart. The Empowerment in Illness store is filled with tools and gear created by warriors for warriors. You'll find the Paper Trail medical binder to help keep your health organized, our Through the Fog SSI guide, and journals that help you track your progress and protect your peace. I'm also adding new holiday items soon to bring a little comfort and hope to your season. Every purchase supports our mission and help fund the Empowerment in Illness community. So if you want to shop with purpose, check out the link listed below and grab something meaningful this week. Be prepared. Don't panic. Now back to the show. Before we leave, I would like to close with the special portion of the show I call Healing Heartbeats. This is where we allow ourselves to wallow in sorrow. Give yourself 3 minutes to laugh, cry, scream, cuss, or just sit in silence. Whatever you need to do to feel it, do it. Let the depression in for only 3 minutes. Once you've reached 3 minutes, compartmentalize it and get back to living. This is a rinse and repeat behavior. You cannot let depression take over, because when it does, it will not let go. When we hear about the passing of someone, they have the day they were born and the day they pass away. There is a dash in the middle. It's not a long line, but a short dash. That dash represents your life. Go live in spite of having a chronic illness. Don't let your condition stop you. Caregivers are the unsung heroes of our community. They hold up the wall when everything feels like it's collapsing. They don't always get the credit, the rest, or the relief they deserve, but they still keep showing up. And that's what makes this community unbreakable. If you're a caregiver, please remember you deserve care too. You deserve love, understanding, and time to heal. Don't disappear into the background of someone else's story. You are a vital part of this movement. If you're receiving care, look your caregiver in the eye and say thank you. Let them know their work matters. Together, we build a cycle of compassion that keeps us all standing. Warriors taking care of warriors, creating hope where there was once only exhaustion. That's how we redefine community. That's how we change the world, one act of care at a time. Remember, you have the strength, the heart, and the support to continue your journey. Be safe.